Shaking off the ugh. All right. Well, today, I heard these two songs today that I want to show you guys. That I was like, I have to remix these. I have to. I don't have a choice. I don't think I have a choice because they're too unique. The videos and the people. Okay. Well, there's three, but we're probably only gonna do two. The first one, we're not gonna do this song first. We might do it second. But it's by St. Paul and the Broken Bones. And it's called Sushi and Coca-Cola. Okay? And real quick, I just want to pause. This guy, the voice that comes out of this man's face and this man's head is not at all what the fuck he looks like. I mean, I don't know what you think he's going to sound like. He doesn't sound like that. So let's start with this.
Sleepless and empty, work your fingers to the bone. That's the wrong kind of smile.
Oh.
So many troubles, could we leave them back at home? Once in a while. Yes, I got the table for us. Long day, but still we got the night before us. Let's stay. Let's just keep it real simple. Sushi and Coca-Cola. Lay back, didn't want getting old so fast. Who knew a good time could be so cheap and so sweet? Just say it, I told you. Sushi and Coca-Cola.
I mean, dude. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. So we might do that one next. But this one.
Boost Mobile Expert, really?
Oh, shut up. Ads. This is the other one that I found that I was like, yo, this is way too cool. I don't know why this is not on the radio places. That's crazy. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. You're going to not get it either at first. You're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Who is this? What is this? It's great. It's great. Oops, sorry.
To make this city feel alive again, Niku is back! The voice we've all been waiting for, so wherever you are, turn it all the way up and let Niku do what he does best. Run it!
I ain't falling for no pickup lines. I don't care about no dollar sign. I need someone that can treat me right. Even though
Hey, what's up, bud? How you doing?
good tonight. 'Cause I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright.
Hey, good for you. I hope you had a good day at work, man.
Serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these games just 'cause you're curious. Alright. If you don't want love, I'd just rather not waste my time, 'cause baby I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want love.
So that's the one we're going to do tonight. That's the one we're going to do tonight. I apologize your day at work wasn't as good as it could have been. You can blame it on me. I wasn't there. I'm just kidding. No. In the last video, I got to show you guys real quick. This shit is wild. I don't know how I'm finding these videos. My wife was like, how do you find this shit? I have no idea. But I'm digging through crates, finding cool shit.
I push away all the things that we prey on. I don't mind that you met me so alive. I'd let you go on the weekend. I hope you know that my love for you grows just like we do.
I wanted to show you guys those three real quick before we got started. I mean, I'm telling you, this is so wild. When you see this dude's face and then you go, oh yeah, this is what they'd sound like? This is the singer. This is the fucking guy. He's out here doing, what is this? What is this? He shouldn't be allowed to do this. They should arrest this man.
Sleepless and empty, working fingers to the bone. That's the wrong kind of smile. So many troubles.
Oh, that shit is so hot. We'll probably do that next, but we're gonna start with the Seku one, because that one actually seems really fun too. So let's. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so we got 94. Pull that all the way out. Cool, 94. B major. B flat major. Bum 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 bum. Oh, by the way, I was going to show you guys. Where is it? Oh, thank you guys for checking out the stuff on SoundCloud and everything. We're already at way more than I thought. Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 songs that are at like almost 2,000, which is new. I keep getting all these likes and stuff. That's weird. I'm not used to that, which is cool. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Thank you. Anyway, sorry. Sidetracked. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit.
I ain't falling for no pickup lines. I don't care about no.
See, that's wrong. They were wrong. I don't like when they're wrong. They're not. I don't like that. Oh, well, maybe not.
I ain't falling for no pickup lines.
No, that can't be right.
I don't care about no dollars.
Let's see here. Let's get this right here. Wait, where does the beat start?
Does that. Run it!
I ain't falling for no pickup lines.
Yeah, see, that shit ain't right. I don't like it. I don't like when things are off. That makes me angry. Yeah, there's no way that's right. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna have it do it one more time. Is it gonna come up with the same thing? 94. That's wrong. All right, well, that's cool. Where's it? I think it stops right there, I believe. Whoop, hold up. We gotta figure this out. Alright, so we're gonna go a little bit slower than whatever the original is here.
I don't care about no dollar sign. I need someone that can treat me right. Even though you're looking good tonight. 'Cause I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these games just 'cause you care.
There we go. I think we got it. I think we got it now.
If you don't want love, I'd just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I do want one buzz, and you're looking for one. I'm done.
Yep, that sounds good to me. So let's go ahead and we will. Are we gonna start right here? Yeah, we'll start right here.
Looking good tonight. 'Cause I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these games just cause you're curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time, cause baby I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want us, and you're looking for one.
Sorry.
Don't be catching bodies 'cause of you. I ain't trying to get my roster right.
Sorry about that. All right.
Even though you're looking good tonight, I'm gonna lie, yes, I'm the freaky type. But that's only for my ride or die. Even though, baby, I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these games just cause you're curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time, cause baby I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want us, then you're looking for one. I'm done, I'm not for you. So I'll be catching bodies 'cause of you.
All right. Let's see here.
I ain't falling for no pickup line. I don't care about no dollar sign. I need someone that can treat me right.
Nah.
Even though you're looking good tonight. but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not to pick me on all these names just 'cause you're curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time.
No.
'Cause baby, I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want love, then you're looking for one. I'm done, I'm not the so I'll be catching bodies 'cause of you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I ain't falling for no pickup line. I don't care about no dollar sign. I need someone that can treat me right, even though you're looking good tonight. 'Cause I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't
I like that sound, but not that
hit me up
chord.
when you get serious. I want love, just not to pick me on all these names just 'cause you're curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want us, then you're looking for one. I'm done, I'm not the so I'll be catching bodies 'cause of you. I ain't tryna get my roster right, even though you're looking good tonight. I gon' lie, it's from the freaky time, but that's only for my ride. Even though, baby, I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not to pick me on all these names just 'cause you're curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want us, then you're looking for one. I'm done, I'm not the so I'll be catching bodies 'cause of you. Yeah.
There we go.
No, 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 no. I'll be catching bodies 'cause of you. No, 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 no. Won't be catching bodies 'cause of you. I ain't falling for no pickup line. I don't care about no dollar sign. I need someone that can treat me right, even though you're looking good tonight. 'Cause I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not to pick me up
getting somewhere. Sorry, forgot about that. My bad. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of all these and I'll just duplicate it. Boop, 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 boop. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Yes. Cool. Go ahead and explode these out and then we'll start cutting a couple different things up here. Oh no, my thing is getting all messed up here. Oh no, well it's okay. Explode pitches. And then pitches to tracks. And pitches to tracks. Alright, And then we're probably going to take out everything here in the beginning and just have maybe just that little... Oh, I got to have the thing turned off, don't I? That's a little too hard.
I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this. I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking. This might be fun, but that just ain't enough. I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking. This might be fun, but that just ain't enough. I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking. This might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Pick me up when you can shoot me. Stop on love, just stop. Pick me up all these days, just touch the garbage. If you don't want love, I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking. This might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these days, just cause you curious. Alright, I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking. This might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these days, just cause you curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I'd just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. And you're looking for one to love. So hope we catch your bodies. 'Cause if you don't want love, I'd just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want love, and you're looking for one to love. So hope we catch your bodies. 'Cause
Sorry. I got a little locked in for a second there. I apologize. I think this is coming out cool. I think there's little things about it that I feel like are a little too basic, but like we can add stuff as we go. I'm just sort of kind of getting the rough outline here. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I think it's cool, but there's things I could do better. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking. This might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these days, just cause you curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I'd just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I do. Can't be out here just catching bodies. If you don't want love, and you're looking for one to love. So hope we catch your bodies. 'Cause
That's actually a cool idea. I wasn't really thinking that was going to be it, but
I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this. I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking us. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I'm on love, just not a pick me up. All these men just cause you're curious. Alright, if you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time with baby.
idea there. I'm gonna probably mess with it a little bit more, but I gotta go pee real quick.
I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these men just listen to your alright. If you don't want love, I just rather not waste my time. 'Cause baby, I can't be out in this tension. If you don't want love, and you're looking for one, please do. The love we get, your body's gonna leave you. I ain't trying to get no customer, even though you're looking good tonight. I will lie from the time, but that's only for my vibes. Even though, baby, I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but
So really, I feel like there's not all that much to add to this one. I mean, this isn't the way I wanted this one to go, I don't think. But here we are. So it is what it is. This is not exactly what I was thinking it would be. That's okay. You know, sometimes you do something a little different than you originally thought. Let me see. I do have some tricks still to see if it maybe helps it a little bit along, but I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know if I really, is it really what I was trying to do with this? You know what I mean? That's okay. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. I've got to turn down my sensitivity for my gate. It's like picking up everything. Yeah, let's take it a little bit higher. There we go. Now you at least don't hear clicks. That's crazy. Hearing clicks. Hold on 1 second. We are on, let me see, where is this? I think it's this one for this. I think. I'm doing this a little bit blind, but that's because honestly I already know where everything is sort of kind of gonna be. So, whatever. Let's see here. We'll see how this all sounds once I get it there. Air, probably gonna go about here. This one's gonna come way down. This is gonna come way down. This one's gonna have some more verb, not as much delay. I got it. All right. And then maybe noise, slow, maybe like right here. Maybe yeah, ambiente. Or yeah, put that another one right here maybe. Yeah, that's probably good. And then what else are we doing? Probably used. Let's see. Young Chop. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. Real quick. Throw that right there at the beginning. I think this might be about it. Let's see how this one sounds, huh? Yeah, except for a couple little things. Like I want it to just, instead of changing at the end, I just want it to like keep going. So it sort of kind of just does that little thing a little extra. There we go, it's just gonna fade out there. Yep, let's take that away, extend that all the way. And then we'll just, like I said, we'll just have it fade out. So it's gonna be like this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh, sorry, I think my lung collapsed the other day, but we're gonna figure that out later. Anyway. That maybe is a little too long of an outro, but that's fine. I like that. I mean, it's not exactly what I was going for with this one, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, it is definitely a different version than the original. Let's
Most mobile expert
let's refresh ourselves on what the original was real quick. which, by the way, I like the original more, I think, already, but that's not the point. Man, these ads. So this is the original.
To make this city feel alive again, Siku is back. The voice we've all been waiting for. So wherever you are, turn it all the way up and let's see.
Okay, there we go.
I ain't falling for no pickup lines. I don't care about no dollar sign. I need someone that can treat me right, even though you're looking good tonight. 'Cause I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want.
Yeah, I think I like the original more. I mean, I'll play mine a little bit, but I think I like the original more. I don't know, that's just a, It's not bad. It's not bad. Just not, doesn't have that energy.
I've been tempted, I've been drinking, but this ain't real, so we ain't linking up. Might be fun, but that just ain't enough. Alright, hit me up when you get serious. I want love, just not a pick me up. All these games just curious. Alright,
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. While I did this though, or while I exported this though, I did. we're gonna make a hard pivot. It's a fucking hard pivot, guys. All right. I apologize in advance. We're making a real hard pivot. All right. I just wanted to share this thing I heard today. And I was just like, hey, this is great. This is great. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do this. That way I can play this while I let me find the part here. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna mute myself here for 2 seconds. I apologize. I'm back. Okay, so while I'm on a little hiatus, real quick, while I am exporting this song and stuff like that, I did want to play this. This is Baron Coleman reacting to some of the propaganda coming out about us going to war with Iran, and him just talking about it in the same way as the war in Iraq, and it makes me laugh real hard. I am a cynical person, so this just makes me laugh. I know it might not make you laugh. It might make you feel bad or scared or something. It makes me laugh fucking hard as shit. But yeah, let's just...
What we've decided to do is we're going to attack Iraq, but fear not. We'll only be there 20 years. We'll only be in... we got to attack Afghanistan, excuse me. We got to attack Afghanistan. We'll only be there 20 years. And when we get done, the same people will be in charge that are in charge today. That just happens. You know, hey, can't be perfect. We're probably going to lose in the neighborhood of 5 to 10,000 American lives in this 20-year war. It'll probably cost in the trillions of dollars. We know that's a lot of money. We understand what that sounds like, but trust me, we'll just borrow it from China. We'll borrow it from other countries. So don't worry about the details. Just focus on the fact that because our buildings were knocked down, we're going to go into a 20-year war that's going to kill multiple times more people, more American lives than we lost on that day. But it'll be worth it. Because when we get done, we'll make sure the same people in charge today are in charge then. How many of you would have gone along with that plan? How many of you would have been like, yeah, let's do it, George? We good, baller. Let's go. That sounds like a plan, W. I'll put a W sticker on my car. W, the president. I'll put that sticker on my car. My pickup truck. At best, mixed results in Iraq. Who's in charge of Iraq right now? Well, you know who controls large areas of Iraq? Iran. Iran controls large areas of Iraq. The same Iran we're going to war with now. In the intermediate time, we had ISIS in control of large areas of Iraq. Syria controlled large portions of Iraq at one point. That's why they can't be honest with you. That's why they can't be honest with you. But it's one step further than that. Because Donald Trump can't get on the television and say, we've decided to go to war with Iran. It's going to take a decade, maybe two. It's going to require thousands, hundreds of thousands of American troops on the ground. Probably going to lose 5, 10, maybe 20,000 American lives over there. Probably going to destroy their entire country. All their infrastructure, all their beautiful ancient buildings are probably going to be reduced to rubble. We'll probably kill in the neighborhood of 1 to 3 million Iranians just because that's how war is. You know, war sucks. There'll be a flood of refugees. We'll get Iranian refugees that go out in every direction and just overwhelm other countries, their critical infrastructure, their hospitals, their schools. And you can't blame them. These people just want to live. They don't want to be vaporized like is happening with the people who stayed behind. I mean, I can't blame them for that.
Lone citizens.
Their country's being obliterated. You can't blame them for saying, maybe we'll go to Germany. They don't seem to obliterate Germany very well. Not in the last 75 years have they obliterated. You can't blame these people. But that is the inevitable result. And if Donald Trump or Marco Rubio or Pete Hegseth got on television and was honest with, if any of them were honest with you, if they said, listen, this is going to be, we're going to tell you it's going to be quick, but it's not going to be quick. It's probably going to devolve. Probably going to result in the loss of infrastructure for a lot of regional countries around there. UAE, Qatar, Oman, Jordan. These people are going to get hit hard. They're going to lose their salination plants, their desalination plants. They're going to lose oil infrastructure. Global shipping lanes are going to be shut down. Oil prices are going to explode. Airliners are going to be crushed. The average middle-class family is going to experience a fuel increase. It's going to feel a lot like a tax hike. Because a gas price increase is basically a tax hike. I mean, if gas prices go from $3 to $6 a gallon, but you have to drive 45 miles round trip to work, it's a tax hike. Like it takes money that you otherwise would spend on milk and bread. It takes that money away from you. It causes you financial harm. But if they came to you and told you all this, you would not support it. You would revolt. In Charlie, there was a single human being, probably with more influence over people under the age of 35 than anyone else in America. And that single human being with all that influence was telling you the truth. He was telling you the truth. This would be a pathologically insane proposition. If you go to war in Iran, you will regret it. Not going to be easy, champ. Not going to go well. There'll be a lot of refugees. There'll be a lot of death and destruction. And in the end, you may not get a regime change at all. They may walk out of there 10, 20, 30 years later with the same people in charge. We don't know.
All right, that's his take on it, and I thought that was very well spoken. That was very well. I don't know, just well put. That and I don't believe in all the Charlie stuff. Well, that's not true. I definitely believe that bitch killed him, but I think more or less actually that he was just. I mean, he was just as fucking a part of this whole thing as everybody else, man. There's no. It's fucked. If you want my opinion, honestly, Charlie was in on it. Like, I think he was in on it. I'm gonna hold on one second. We're gonna do this. Hold on. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pick up a couple little things that I felt like maybe were relevant to this. Hold on, what am I doing here? Gotta think of what I'm doing. What am I doing? Yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, so sorry guys, I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of background music, and then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into a little bit of a couple things, because I sort of kind of a little bit annoyed at this whole conversation that everybody's having right now about all this, because everybody's fucking dumb. It is with a heavy head today that I am streaming. I do not know why. I just, oh God, it's so fucking dumb. Everybody is so fucking stupid right now. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna update a couple things real quick on my stream stuff, because we're gonna get into something a little different. We're not gonna be staying doing the whole music stuff. I'm not in the right headspace to be doing it, unfortunately. What am I doing again? Yeah, I guess it'd be docs. Sorry, had to go to my documents because I got stuff I've already filed away trying to figure stuff out. Excuse me. So we're gonna switch over. Let's see here. I want it wonderful. We're gonna switch to there we go. Sorry guys, I had to move some stuff over, had to change a couple things. Okay, so I wanted to get into a couple of these things real quick, because actually this genuinely is sort of kind of, I don't know, interesting to me, or not even interesting, but just people are fucking dumb, and we're gonna get into some of this. So the first clip I'm gonna pull up, let's see here, is of Breaking Points. I don't know if ooh, look, oh God, we might have to watch this on stream. No, we can't. It's too long. We can't watch it on stream. It's gonna be too much. It's too much. All right, let's see here. Let me switch over here to the, I think it's gonna be, what, we're gonna do this one? Maybe this one? Nah, we'll do this one. Yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull this up. There we go. Got me up there. All right. So let's go ahead and start getting into a little bit of this. So first of all, okay, let's listen to this.
Turning now to hypocrisy.
Because this is really how I feel a lot of the time. Not that I actually was ever right wing. I'm not right wing actually, I don't think at all, other than the fact that I just don't like taxes. But I'm alright with fucking taxes for roads and schools and fucking anything else, you know what I mean? I mean, that's what we have as a society. We're like, hey guys, we need roads. People should pay for roads. And I'm cool with that. We need healthcare. We should probably pay for healthcare. We need lots of stuff. But like, this is
something very near and dear to my heart.
This is very, I think, in my opinion, like exemplary of like what most people on the right feel at the moment. And a lot of people on the left don't hear this view, at least in my opinion.
These days, looking back a little bit on what did all these people say who are currently in power about war with Iran whenever they had a chance to make their pitch to the American people. So we've supercut a few of the people who are currently in power and some of the things that they said in the past compared to what you see on your screens today. So without much more, let's take a listen.
And I also know the cost on the American people. You know, the trillions of dollars that we've spent since 9/11 alone on waging these wasteful regime change wars, how those wars have undermined our national security and how they have strengthened terrorist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda. So when we talk about a potential war with Iran, which is looking like we are walking very dangerously down that path, what I think is important for the American people to know is that a war with Iran would make the war in Iraq look like a cakewalk. The devastation and the cost would be far greater than anything we've ever experienced before.
Our interest, I think, very much is in not going to war with Iran, right? It would be
the fucking hypocrisy. The fucking hypocrisy of these fucking people.
Huge distraction of resources. It would be massively expensive to our country. And again, I'm not saying we stick ourselves into the Middle East and start a war here, but like we recognize, okay, Israelis, Gulf Arab states don't like Iran. So let the Israelis and the Gulf Arab states provide the counterbalance to Iran. America doesn't have to constantly police every region of the world. We should empower people to police their own regions of the world, right? And one, we would save a lot of money. Two, we'd save a lot of focus. But unfortunately, I think Harris, she's got this weird thing where
I mean, the whole thing is this dude just talking shit, and same with Pete Hegseth talking about how we're never going to go.
They want to now tell other countries how to do counterinsurgency based on what we did in Iraq and Afghanistan. Are you kidding me? So you really have learned nothing. Okay, nothing. So you're right. The trust there that our political leaders or our generals would have our best interests in mind is totally broken. It's totally broken.
I will tell you, you're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you.
That fucking statement should be put in the fucking history books. They should put that in the fucking history books. We should go ahead and dig out the mission accomplished banner that they somewhere have in the White House. It's a piece of history. You know they still have it. You know they still have it somewhere. And we need to go ahead and take that bad bitch back out and put it right on the front of the fucking White House and remind everybody what the fuck we're doing here. Because this is ridiculous. This is fucking hypocritic bullshit is what's happening. But, all right, you know what?
Yeah, I'm going to turn into the Joker.
Pete's off the wagon again with this neocon relapse.
He's out of recovery. He needs to start back into the 12. He needs to make amends first, right? Isn't that part of the 12 steps?
A lot of amends to make.
There's a lot of amends that are currently to make. But I think the most potent one, I mean, Tulsi, Donald Trump, obviously. I mean, Trump actually, I would not defend. He said various different things to many people at all times. But JD, Pete, JD and Tulsi, to the most extent, are the ones who are like, yeah, you're full of shit. And that is the one which, honestly, is so galling. Because, okay, I can say this in Tulsi's case. How many times have we interviewed this woman?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot, right?
Yeah.
Sat across from the desk, looked in the eyes. What did she always talk about? Being an Iraqi, a medic in Iraq, right? She talked about brothers and sisters. I believed it. It was, maybe I'm super naive. I believed it when I looked her in the eyes and she would talk about that. I mean, she took a lot of shit. She went to Syria to meet with Assad. It was like, you know, basically got forced out of Congress, had the whole donor machine. Hillary called her a traitor. Like, she suffered politically. And so to go from that, and then, by the way, can we put E2 up on the screen here, where she literally was selling T-shirts saying no war with Iran. You know, when we first started Rising, I'd go around the country. I would meet a lot of Tulsi people, right? She spoke to a lot of folks whenever it came to the no war, anti-war position. She went on Rogan, the no war with Iran t-shirt. Like, this was a real constituency. And I remember meeting a lot of these people across the country. So now to have her as the director of national intelligence in the Situation Room while the war with Iran launches, it's unbelievable. Then let's take the vice president. I mean, did you hear what he said there about it would not be in our interest? I think he believed, I mean, I used to think he believed that. Who the hell knows now? But secondary was that whole thing about Kamala, who likes, that's literally how Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth are acting right now. Yeah. Pete Hegseth is literally acting like a movie character whenever he's like, we are winning, and well, screw you media for reporting on the deaths of American soldiers. Donald Trump is like, Iran is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. Clearly he loves the theater of limited military operations, which are now spiraling out of control. It's like, oh my God. I mean, look, again, you know, you could say I told you so, and that's fair, certainly at this point. But I don't know. I mean, are we just never supposed to believe any politician? Like, I can tell you this, in Tulsi's case, in JD's case, much more limited extent on Pete. I had been told by multiple people that he actually was scarred by his experiences in Iraq and Afghanistan and rethought a lot of stuff on Ukraine. I said, okay, I believe you. Don't believe it anymore. But in a lot of these cases, and it's not just the public officials' names that you would know, I'm talking about deputies and other people all over the National Security Council. I've met these people for years. We were at conferences and other things where Iran war was like anathema. That was like the one thing we're like, we're not doing this. And so then to not only see them in power, but working behind the scenes to execute this, you're like, what the fuck? I mean, so it was just all a joke. The whole thing was a joke. Or it's just a cult, Trump is in charge, and there's a lot of egg on a lot of face, mine included. I gotta tell you, it has been one of the most serially radicalized things that has ever happened to me, because I've read many times in books about politicians being liars and narcissists and all this. Okay, and so what do you do? You have it, I've lived here for a long time. I had an appropriate level of skepticism. A lot of the people who were working in this White House who said that they were against war with Iran took immense, like, professional hits for being against a lot of the so-called neocon consensus. So what do you conclude by that? You're like, okay, you have a track record, you must believe it. Yeah. And then they come into power, and it's the opposite. It's so crazy. I'll tell you that. You know, on a personal level and on a policy level, I mean, God, it's shocking. Like,
And I want to comment on this a little bit. So here's the thing. I can sympathize with this point of view a lot, actually. And I would say I sort of kind of was in the same boat. Not necessarily that I voted, because I don't vote anymore. I haven't voted since 2012. I haven't voted. Since I was a senior in high school, I haven't voted, because I haven't agreed with any of the people. But here's the thing. They did present themselves as the anti-war, globalist policy administration. And they lied. They lied to everybody's faces. And we should all, anybody who even thought about promoting this kind of thought should just feel just a black pit in their stomach. Not because they were wrong, but because they were lied to. Like, they were right. We shouldn't be doing any of this, but we are. And we voted for the opposite of what's happening. And just for another little sort of kind of thing on that. Well, actually, there's a part in here that actually I really like. We're gonna get to this. Hold on. Where is it?
Stuff day in and day out. We have campaign
the experiment, and this is what I believed. I always thought Trump was a retard. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Literal retard.
Yep.
But what did I come away from the first Trump administration? The people around Trump, the staff, made the decision, right? Basically, so you had John Bolton, Jim Mattis, Jim Kelly, John Kelly, all these people. Okay, so the promise was, and this was the project. The project was we're going to replace those people so we have better policy. And the idea is Trump is basically like this archetype who gives shits about the ballroom and not much else, and then the staff will run the show. That's what I thought was going to happen based on the first term. Okay, and so what did I know? I knew the people working in the. So yeah, money and all of that. Look, I always knew the Israel thing. You can go back and check what I said. I literally said if you're pro-Israel, you should vote for Trump. And if you're I was like, if you're pro-Palestine, you should not vote for Trump. Go back and look at what I said October of 2024.
I remember that.
We were all very clear-eyed, but we had a belief in two things: Ukraine and definitely Iran. And the reason why was that the new cash people, the type of people, the vice president included, led a project in the United States Senate and behind the scenes for years specifically against Ukraine and Iran. Yes, I was there. I remember it. And so there you go. That's where the belief came from. Well, you did this, this, and this. You took a lot of hits professionally over the years, even picked fights, organized this entire group and staff of people who all told us over the years that you were going to do something, and then you came into office, and now you're doing the opposite, right? And look, let's be also fair in this regard. Trump is a big boy, and maybe he just wanted to do it. Maybe these people were against it. I don't know. But at the very least, it's not just that you couldn't stop it, but then you have these people who are out there defending it. And the truth is that not only have we watched how people are so untethered from what they previously said in the past, but that they're willing to literally go and openly humiliate themselves on television. So do we have like the Stephen Miller? I think you were about to toss that. Do you want to?
E5. I mean, and this is too. I think Stephen Miller is actually an important.
There's another part in here that's pretty cool. But I also want to point out, this is one of the guys who was very well versed on the Epstein files and very well versed on political policy, foreign policy, all that kind of different stuff. Like, this guy is very well versed in these things, and he got duped. He got fucking hoodwinked. You know what I mean? We all got hoodwinked at some point. And like, I mean, to me, the fact that people aren't putting it all together, in my opinion, is crazy. Because we're already aware that the government is basically controlled. I mean, they're all paid for Zionists, you know what I mean, or fake patriots. I mean, none of them are real people, to be honest with you, with any real opinion or real thought. I mean, we all thought these people had real opinions, but guess what? As soon as they get in the office, forgot about that shit. Forgot about that shit immediately. But I just want to nail in on this, actually. The fact that, I mean, we don't have the munitions. We don't have the ability to do this. Like, we don't have it.
When I was, I mean, it's not like they're over the about it.
This is Daryl Cooper. He's
not Scott Horton.
Yeah, he's
Kyle Anslow.
I'm trying to that.
I don't know if you guys know who Daryl Cooper is. People think he's a Nazi. He's not a Nazi. He just is a American historian, and he does. I mean, he covers World War II and all those kinds of different things. But he's very fair and balanced. So he's not out here saying the Holocaust didn't happen. You'll see attacks of him that say that. You'll hear a lot of people calling him all types of stuff, but he is a genuinely well-read individual. And this is him just talking about the tactics of going into Iran right now. And mind you, like Sagar just said, we have, I don't know, 20% per se of Iraq controlled by Iran, right? So our whole thing that we've got going doesn't make any fucking sense. But that's just.
Well, it primarily have to do with the air defense side of things. But what I can tell you is that this war is not going well. Okay. Do not believe the hype that you're seeing on TV. the viewers kind of, if they've been watching the show, they know that I have an air defense background. That's what I did for 20 years with the DoD, and that's where most of my like really good contacts are in the system. And since this is a war of, you know, shooting missiles into each other's cities and trying to intercept those missiles, I guess that's you know, a good specialty to have for this. But it's you know, I'm kind of like I'm really torn on this thing on one hand, because like on one hand, I've done a million ballistic missile tests. I've worked on development for new systems, for the new Aegis system. I was very much involved with, very much in the thing where you're, you know, I was involved when we shot down that satellite about a decade ago now or so. And when you're doing exercises like that, man, you're holding your breath and you just, come on, like we've done all this, like hit, you know, get the hit the satellite, don't, you know, do this to us. And like, you're so happy when it happens, but it like, so you do that. But over time, as anybody who's being honest about specifically ballistic missile defense could have told you, it's, we knew it wasn't that great, especially when you're dealing with saturation attacks that have different kinds of targets and decoy, you know, decoys like the Iranians are putting up, using all different kinds of tactics, trying to look for, trying to move their launchers around and take different trajectories toward their various targets. I mean, they're adapting their tactics on the fly. And I can tell you that like when we would do testing, you know, if we want to do a ballistic missile test, we would put one of our Aegis ships, say, in the missile test range, and we knew literally on the ship, they're over the loudspeaker counting down to us. Okay, launch in 5, you know, counting it down. We know when it launches. We know exactly the trajectory that it's going to be flying over, and it's done on a trajectory that is like our maximum radar cross section, just to make every condition perfect, you know. And even then, you know, we are, you know, I won't talk about exact percentages, but you don't have to get lucky to hit them, but it is not easy. It's not easy. And
so on that point, Daryl, since the launch point is so important, we've seen these reports that some of the radar systems in the Gulf, I think particularly in Kuwait and Bahrain, have been hit. And so would that really make a difference on being able to intercept a missile? Because I think those are the ones that kind of detect the launch point. I'm sure satellites are involved in that too, but that early trajectory has to be important to hitting that later on.
Yes. So far what we have copped to, because there's satellite photos that have proved it, or they may not have copped to that, they've taken out 3 of our THAAD radar, the radar we use for our THAAD missile defense systems that we had in the region.
This to me is the important part. I should have probably started about right here, but they have taken out multiple of our THAAD like missile systems.
I'm pretty sure
we radar systems. Sorry, not
only
missile
have
systems.
One left in the theater, and it's in Turkey. We might have another one in Saudi Arabia, but what that does is it puts huge holes in our layered defense network, you know. And what we've been finding so far is that, and then also, as you said, the FPS 132 early detection system that we have, which is very, you know, very important for like the, you know, for the detecting launch point, you know, and allowing the rest of the network to sort of prepare itself for intercept. And I was talking to one of my buddies at the Pentagon the other day, earlier today. And I asked him, I said, you know, at the beginning of this war, I was watching all these videos and, you know, there'd be missiles coming in, and for every missile that was coming in, I'd see like 2, 3, maybe 4 interceptors go up. And now the last couple of days, I'm seeing like 15 to 20 of them go up. I mean, I'm seeing like 5 to 10 interceptors for every missile that's going up. And it's because we're not hitting. We're hitting, you know, 10, 15% hit rate in some of the zones where we don't have like the multi-system layered defense set up anymore because of the holes that have been poked by the destruction of some of the radars. You know, we've got Aegis ships out there the Aegis ships are not really able to participate much. I mean, the ones over in the East Med off the coast of Israel, like between Cyprus and Israel, they can defend Israel a little bit, but that's all. I mean, you know, the radars on those Aegis ships, I don't think I'm supposed to say the exact range, but like it's not 10,000 miles, you know, it's not as you might think. And so, you know, sometimes we have systems set up where like the whole point of like this integrated network system is that, yeah, you know, we have an early launch detection radar that picks up the track. That information is passed on to the next stage that picks it up in mid-course. And then by the time we get to the part where we want to fire at that missile with like one of our systems, we can draw fire control data from any number of the radars that are tracking it and sharing that information with each other. A lot of them are interoperable now. And when you start poking holes in that, you're relying on a single platform to do the whole job. I mean, it's just not working. I mean, it's just not working. We're hitting, you know, 1 or 2 out of every 10 incoming missiles now. And people have pointed out that, you know, the rate of incoming has slowed down over the course of the war. And part of that is because we've degraded their launcher capability, you know, the number of launchers they have available. But a huge part of that is also just that, and this was, again, I got told this from somebody who sits in the meetings, who knows, there's not much left to shoot at a lot of these bases that really is worth shooting at. I mean, especially our base in Kuwait and Bahrain, those places are absolutely trashed. Like, I would be surprised if we even go back there, to be honest. The one in Qatar is a little bit different, you know, because, well, the Iranians seem to be taking it easy on the Qataris and the Saudis for political reasons, you know, but Bahrain and Kuwait, I mean, those bases are trashed, and the Iranians are shooting at them still sometimes, but not as much because there's just not as many valuable targets to waste missiles on and to expose yourself for. Over in Israel, I mean, which is where all the videos coming out with intercept, you notice this too, is like at the beginning of the war, you were seeing videos in, you know, in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Qatar, all these other places where you'd see missiles coming in, drones coming in, interceptors going up, interceptors. You don't see any of those videos anymore. There's no more interceptors in those places for the most part. Like, they have some where they can defend like things that they think are going to hit like very, very valuable places. They have them very concentrated and put, you know, and put in specific places, but they are not even, they're letting just the slow flying Shaheds come in and like hit buildings because it's just not worth spending a missile on it because they don't have that many left. It's only over in Israel that you really see a lot of that, partly because, you know, we moved so much of our defense capability out of those Arab countries over to Israel, something that, you know, you've been reading about, our allies are not happy about. And, you know, we're really in a place, I mean, we're in day 6 of the 3 or 4 day war against Iran. And it is very clear at this point that, you know, somebody convinced Trump that, you know, we'll knock out the leadership, the place will fall apart, somebody else will step up, like whatever, that'll be that. And he apparently bought into it, I guess, but that they had absolutely no plan B, and that they're just flipping through the Rolodex, looking for something, throwing it against the wall, hoping it'll work. And I mean, if you think about like, you know, there's a lot of like, you have to learn how to like read some of the stories in the media, like read through between the lines to like get it. Like when they're talking about how like US, you know, officials and CIA officers are meeting with the Kurds to discuss them possibly like moving in. It's like, okay, so what you're actually admitting here is you didn't have that in place like before the war started. Like, this is something that like you're scrambling to get into place now because things did not go the way you thought and you have no plan. You know, and of course the Kurds want nothing to do with it. The Balochis in the east, which I think a lot of people were kind of, you know, were banking on. They
Thank
want
you for the
nothing to
follow,
do with it.
bud.
In fact, they're cutting videos like in support of the regime.
How you doing?
The Azeris, you know, they're talking a lot of crap. The Azeris aren't going to do anything. And like, if they do, it's because they're being threatened in some profound way. Because I mean, the Azeris, or I shouldn't say Azeris,
my guy.
there's Azeris in Iran and stuff. Azerbaijan,
How art thou?
like Azerbaijan, the country,
right?
They get 80% of their export income and 60% of their government budget from one refinery complex that could be vaporized in no time at all by the Iranians.
Okay.
And they're not going to do it. The Iranians' ability to escalate against them, I mean, is you know, to say they have escalation dominance is a huge understatement. I would be shocked if Azerbaijan got involved. And so, you know, we're in this place now where you know, our Arab allies are very upset with us because we did not you know, we did not prepare them for this. We didn't let them know like exactly when this was coming to get themselves ready. And when it did come, we had moved a lot of our stuff. I mean, just imagine like how they're looking at things where we kicked this thing off without giving them fair warning, like ahead of time. And they look around and they realize we've evacuated a bunch of our bases. We're just going to let them get hit. And we've taken a lot of the air defense equipment with us and gone over to Israel with it. Like, just imagine, you know, you have to think, and I know that like the Gulf monarchies are venal, corrupt, you know, just apparently just lacking in all honor, like regimes over there, but they have to be looking around and understanding like these American bases that are here to defend us or whatever, those bases that we have in Arab countries exist to kill Muslims and defend Israel. That's what they're there for. And I don't know how they could possibly escape that conclusion anymore, you know? And so it's a disaster, dude. And we have no way to end this war that is going to be satisfactory to the people who started it. I mean, which is why I'm really worried about where this is going to go. Like, I think I can't imagine Netanyahu and Trump just accepting the fact that, you know, they're not going to get their way in this and that they're going to have to leave with the Iranians still lobbing missiles and talking crap as they go. I can't imagine they're going to take that. So I don't know what they're going to do as they lash out, as reality starts to set in.
Well, I'll stop it there. Basically, here's the thing, right, guys? We shit the bed. We fucking shit the bed. I don't know how we can be successful if, like, as a country who supposedly believes in freedom and human rights and all this different shit. I mean, we supported a genocide for the last, was it 3 or 4 years? We... Hey, Bubba. Hey. Come say hi. Come here. Come here. Oh, don't you do that. No. Come here. Ah. Give him a Bubba. Don't. Say hello. Say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Say hello. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you stop that. Yeah. Oh, yeah? No! Those daddy's headphones. Can't have that. Hey. Whoop. I love you, Bubba. Sorry about that. Had to say hi to little man since he woke up. But here's the thing. Here's what I'm genuinely worried about. And it's actually because of little man. I mean, what's the end goal here, guys? I know, right? He says, all right, I'm stream sniper. Now I'm out. I know. It's so funny. But anyway, but no, here's the thing. It's I'm genuinely worried that and I think it's a fair worry that our government is unhinged. And that we have no more guardrails. The ones that we thought that were there. Fucking show me them. Tell me where they are. Explain to me how we get it. I mean, look at. Have you guys seen this? This is one of my favorite interviews ever of all time. And I'm not a fan of Tucker very much, but you know who I am a fan of? Him interviewing people I don't like. When he interviews people I don't like, oh, it's great. It's golden. This dude is out here just being a savage, and I love it. And his voice is really, it's annoying, but it works when you hate the other person because he's so fucking condescending. I mean, it's crazy. But let me see here. Where is it? Because there's a part where he just basically asks him straight up. He's like, hey, so how much do people's voice matter? Like, how much does it matter? And he's like, matters a lot. Gets pressed on it. Matters zero. It's like, what?
For inviting me. I was grateful to be invited.
Well, thank you.
I was grateful because I don't like all the name calling. I've engaged in some of it. I want to apologize for that.
Let's see to him. Information you're going to have to be vetted in screen policy.
Where is it? Hold on.
Big a deal that I had this
tree and the American G. See why the U.S.
certainly he was.
There have been Americans in dozens and dozens of sex
until you're proven guilty beyond.
I'm not saying that.
Okay,
I'm saying that the Israeli government
I
allowed.
wonder if there's a transcript. Can I just go through the transcript and then? Here, you know what? Let's do it this way. I shouldn't have looked up the whole thing without the actual thing already there. That could be because he starts talking about the polls. Yeah, I think it's this one.
How much does it matter what Americans think?
Well, it matters every bit what Americans think.
Okay, so what percentage of Americans support a war with Iran?
I don't know. Do you know?
I do. I think it's around 21%.
Okay.
Is that enough to have a war with Iran?
We don't live in a world where you have a poll taken to find out whether our policy should be a particular direction. Because
I thought you just said that
that's direct democracy. No, we care deeply about it. But on the other hand, do we make the decisions of foreign policy and even domestic policy based on
we
what
care
the
deeply
latest
about
poll
it in
number
what
is?
sense? If we're ignoring it, then in what sense do we, quote, care deeply about it?
Well, I think we care deeply when we see there's a threat.
No, but about Americans' opinions. So you've got 350 million Americans. Yeah. They voted in this last election on the basis, in part, of the promise no more wars. Okay, so now we're about to have a war, looks like. 80% of people are against it. In that range, let's say 70%, but nowhere near majority support for this war. You just said it matters deeply what Americans think, and if the overwhelming majority are against it, in what sense does it matter? Because what I hear is it matters what they think, but it really doesn't matter what they think because...
No, you take it in, you certainly ingest that.
And then what do you do with it once you ingest it?
Then you make sure that you have... No,
you just gotta... It goes out the other end, obviously.
This motherfucker's voice, he's such a douchebag. I love him very much when he's on my side, but he's such a douchebag. Oh, it makes me laugh. But like that's our ambassador to Israel. He's completely okay. He's completely fine with sending ground troops into Iran. He's totally fine without government approval, without the citizens' approval, without the fucking any approval from anyone other than, I don't know, Jason Pollock, fucking national traitor. That's who he's got on his fucking speed dial. Like, what are we doing here, guys? I mean, fucking A, man. Like, I mean, let's explain it this way. let's explain it this way. Even if you thought that we had a right to go to war with Iran, and that they, by the way, also the supposed 600 Americans that were killed by Iran has been debunked for years. They killed not even Iran. It was because Iran is not a monolith. It's not a completely Shiite or Sunni place. It's not that. People are dumb. They just think Muslim and they think that that's all one thing. Just like if you say Christian, you are aware that there's Mormons and there's Baptists and there's Lutherans and there's fucking Catholics and there's evangelicals and there's all these different things. But for whatever reason, the second we start thinking about Muslims, we just go, yeah, it's all one thing. They all believe the same thing. I want to ask you guys, if you're a Christian, does a Catholic believe the same thing a fucking Mormon does? Mormons are cool with multiple wives. Are we cool with that? Like, I'm not Catholic, but like that's what they're offering here. Are they the same? No, they're fucking not. And the same way that a Sunni Muslim and a Shiite Muslim, or a Turkish Muslim, or a fucking, there's a lot of versions. There's a lot of versions. And when we start killing fucking heads of, like, not even political, but religious fucking figures, what do we think is gonna happen here, guys? I mean, what are we doing? I mean, and I'll be honest, even if you wanted to make the argument that maybe there was a way that it could be done, I mean, sure, I'm sure that there's a way that it could be done. It doesn't even have to be peaceful. You could say, okay, we killed the Khomeini, and I don't know, now we're going to take the victory and hopefully help install somebody else. But like, even that is ridiculous because nobody actually likes the Shah, the new Shah's son, or the fucking, none of this shit. None of the people there believe this shit. So it's like, what are we doing here? And if I'm being honest, it's not for us. It is for Israel. Our government has been co-opted. We are genuinely a co-opted government. They do not care about anything that any of us have to say or think or believe. All they care about is the money that they will make from this expansive war. Plus, on top of that, if I'm being honest, what I think is that Trump is an Israeli asset. And at this point, he is going to create the collapse of America so that we no longer have power in the Middle East, so that Israel can take all and plunder our fucking coffers and take our military, not even our military, because our military personnel in and of itself are going to stay with us, but the weapons, they're all over there already. It's all over there already. I mean, sorry guys, give me 1 second. Hey baby. Anything is okay. Sorry, guys. But like, genuinely, that's what's happening right now. People don't like to think about it this way. But what do you think the last 10 years has been? Shit, 20. It's a constant revving up of where we were, and every single president has been like, we want to do this, but there's just somebody who says, guys, this is not a good idea. This isn't Iraq. This isn't Afghanistan. This isn't those places. This is a place with fucking 90 plus million people. I mean, hopefully they're still about that still, but who fucking knows at this point, because there's no goddamn, you know, there's no one, there's no what do you call it? Like reporting for any American to see. There's so much censorship. You can't even see what's going on. But I don't believe whatsoever that only 7 Americans have died. There's no way. There's just no way. I mean, I think I've seen a couple reports of in the hundreds. And I mean, I hope it's not that. I hope it's not, but that's not. I mean, how are you going to sell that to the American people? We don't have health care. We don't have good roads. We don't have, our gas prices are skyrocketing. The infrastructure of the whole world is genuinely collapsing. And you know who it's collapsing around? Fucking Israel. That they're going to be the ones, if they get their way, they're going to come out of this on top. And it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. If you're an American, that's if you're Iranian, that's unacceptable. I don't see how, like, genuinely, we I just don't. I don't. We let our country get co-opted by fucking pedophiles and people who are immoral, people who have no morals of their own, and we all collectively let it happen and voted for it. And I mean, well, okay. To Sagar's point earlier, we didn't vote for it. We voted for the opposite of this. But the person that we voted for did do this, which is a weird place in history. Like Hitler didn't have that problem. They agreed with him. they agreed for the most part. Not everybody was down with killing them all, but they were German nationalists. They were National Socialists. They believed in the idea of getting rid of this plague to their society, which I don't necessarily agree with. I'm not an anti-Semite, none of that stuff. I don't agree with that. But I am genuinely anti-Zionist. And the way that the Zionist takeover has taken over America and our government in particular is blatant, outright, and disgusting. And anybody who views our political system the way it is right now and says that that is an actual representation of even a representative democracy is fucking lying to you. They're lying to your fucking face. They're telling you you're retarded if they're telling you that. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because also, if you want to get into stuff like political philosophy, if you will, you want to say people can vote on what they should vote on, or people should vote on everything. It's like, well, that's not necessary. I shouldn't have to vote on every fucking thing. Okay? We should have a representative that we can trust. But you know what the weird thing is? No one knows a way to get rid of these guys who go against the vote. That for whatever reason, we have impeachment clauses. We have ways to get rid of people, but nothing ever happens. We just wait till the next election and then hope they get out that way. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? I mean, there should be genuinely national movements to impeach our president, to impeach every single lawmaker who has not spoken out already against this, and anybody who by the way, let me make this very clear. This isn't Republican or Democrat. This is genuinely not. This is fun insight into the world of politics. If anybody knows anything about the war resolutions thing that got declined the other day, it was basically party lines. Like Democrats voted against a Republican, or whatever. Republicans voted for it, whatever. The opposite, I think, actually. But Do you know what they all agreed on? It's not the war, but funding the war. They agreed to fund it. They just didn't agree that we should do it, quote unquote. The fuck are we doing here, guys? I mean, if you're paying to fund it, you're supporting it. That's what it is. That's what that means. I don't understand people's disconnect. It's so fucking stupid. It makes no goddamn sense. Sorry guys, I've got myself into a fit. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at the world right now. I don't understand why the fucking government has to work the way it does. I mean, I get it, but they're just idiots. They're just dumb. They're just not even intelligent in their decision making. Like, I could be down with whatever the fuck you maybe decide, but you gotta give me something to go on, guys. I mean, you gotta give me something to believe in if we're gonna risk American lives and American fortunes and treasures. I mean, I genuinely think this leads us to be very, and we should be, afraid of a domestic terror attack. And you know who's actually to blame? Even if, this is, a lot of people are saying this is going to be a false flag. It may be, but it also may not be. But that still is our fault. We did it. That's the thing people don't get. It's just like, we may get fucking attacked, but we created the situation in which someone would want to do this. We're putting American lives at risk abroad and at home for fucking what? Please, someone explain it to me. Someone tell me how the fuck we got here and why, other than being a cuck. I don't know. I mean, tell me how we got here other than being a cuck to Israel. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't fucking know. It's not a fucking thing I ever voted for, anyone I ever known voted for. No one, I mean, it's, it's wild out here in the world, guys. Wild out here in the world. I apologize. I went on a tangent. That's my fault. We're gonna switch back over. I'm gonna just play some video games and we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're not gonna keep going on being a savage like I want to. Cause I will go forever if you want me to, but I'm gonna try and chill out. I'm gonna try and chill out. I'm gonna try and chill. We're gonna switch to magic. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, guys. Got a little pissed off / annoyed there. I just don't understand it. It makes no fucking sense to me. People are fucking retarded. Pull this back up a little bit. You know, I realized I have a pretty eclectic group of followers at this point. Got a dude who says he's a Nazi. Got a guy whose name is Mutja Khamenei. That's pretty, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Oh, I fucked up. Oh well. I'm the best. So put it with harmonize. That was stupid of him. All right. Good job, bud. Good job, bud. Proud of you. You did a good job. I'm gonna go pee real quick, guys. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. All right. I'll bust out one more. Let's see. Oh, I did change it all. All right. Yeah, we changed it. All right. Well, we might. You know what? Let's change it over to. We'll play one more game of this, just to get the points for the day. I got another what? Yeah, 40 minutes. Yeah, I got a little bit of time. All right. Oh, that's a I was thinking about getting that too. I haven't gotten it yet. Whoops. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit the mic. Oh, I fucked up. Oh well.
But it's just since I've seen you last. I know I didn't have to walk away. All I had to do was ask for space. I'm telling you be on your way. When I told you to fall back, so can you come pick up your clothes? I haven't folded. Sleeping at the door, is still open. I know it's getting cold out, but it's not frozen. So come pick up your clothes. I haven't folded. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already folding it for you. Already folding it for you. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already folding it for you. Already folding it for you. No matter what you do to switch the story up, I know I made my mark. And I would still choose you through it all. That's the crazy part. Crazy part. I don't need no more empty promises. Promise me that you got it. I don't need roses, just need some flowers from my garden. Can't you go back to how you loved on me when you started? I'll be here begging for you. You should be kidding me, love. All day till the day is done. So if you wanna go that way, I'll be there for you to come pick up your clothes.
Yeah, baby. I already looked at it.
Take off the Gucci, the Louis, the watches and chains. Wally in the jungle with the killers and he coming out the same. I just paid my rent with my distro. I used to ride with a plastic pistol.
Hey.
I used to run around the hood wearing fake gold.
I think that got us both our things, actually. Maybe? Oh, yeah. It got us both. Hell yeah. No place better than somebody. I still have to make a deck with the new cards. That's the one I want to make a deck with. Yeah. Ooh, and this guy too. But all right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of this and play some For Honor, guys. We're gonna bust it down. We're gonna try. Ooh. Oh no, we're gonna have much 100 stories. No. Do love me some Monster Hunter though. We might have to do that one of these nights. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, hold on. I might have to go get food real quick before everything closes. Oh, they close at 10, which means I gotta go get it. Alright, well hold on. I might have to put this on pause for a little bit, guys, and go get some food and come back. I won't stop the stream, but it will be like a 30-minute long, like, I'll be right back. Alright, I gotta come up with a dinner real quick. Hold on. Alright, guys, what are we doing for dinner? What am I doing? Hold on. Let's see here. We're going burgers, right? Because I'm doing Red Robin. Let's see what kind of burgers they got. Ooh, bacon cheeseburger. Let's go classic. Yep. We're going beef patty, cheddar cheese, with steak fries. Ooh, yeah, we'll do steak fries. We're gonna do oh shit, I can't add an extra patty? That sucks. Alright, whatever. Add bacon, cheese, ketchup and mustard, and onions and pickles. Ooh, all toppings on side? No, that's crazy. Yeah, that's fine. $18 for a fucking burger, guys? Holy shit. We sure are in the future. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see here. Fucking $18 for a burger. That's insane. I get it, I guess. But that's not even a double, though. Oh, with extra protein didn't come up to anything, so that checks out, actually. Yeah, I'll do a double burger. That sounds good. Well, never mind. Guess I'm not doing that because it's too late. That's unfortunate. Damn. It's okay. That's fine. One is open. All right, guys, I'll be back because yeah, apparently I gotta be right.